The one thing that stood out for me for with K21 was the support that would be provided even after getting the job, just so that I could find a footing in the industry was a big appeal. And the resume building sessions are all really helpful.
So, hi everyone, this is Barkha from Team K21 from the Learner Success video. And today we have an amazing guest with us, Avanthika, with her inspiring journey to share with us. She masters in computer science from India. She moved into Canada and worked as a business analyst for almost 5 years. And recently she has completed her AWS and AI certification with us. So let's hear about her experience.
So, yeah, I completed the cloud practitioner and the AWS AI practitioner certification. And I do have a bit of computer science background. Completed masters in computer science, but nothing with cloud. My course had nothing to do with cloud. So, cloud was something completely new to me. And I've been working as a business analyst for the past 5 years. So, my focus was all primarily getting certified as a senior business analyst and moving as a project manager in that role. But there was a lot of noise about how much AI was changing the job industry as a whole and how everyone were moving towards AI. And looks like the only way that we could progress in the career was if I did a AI course. So initially, I was considering doing a master's in a university in Canada to complete the AI, but it was practically not possible because I was also working full time. And doing a master's course part time itself was not a possible solution for me. So that's when I started looking out for online courses, platforms that taught AWS certifications and all that. So the one thing that stood out for me for with K21 was the continued support even after getting the job. So it's not like you got the job, you're done, that's it, goodbye. It's like the support that would be provided even after getting the job, just so that I could find a footing in the industry was a big appeal, which led me to join this course. So, and the timings also works out really well for me because Saturday and Sunday mornings are the classes. So the live sessions happen in the morning, and those are really perfect timings for me. So that's another incentive that pushed me towards this.
Okay, so you said that you had plans to work as a program manager or other profiles, that is, sorry, not program manager, what was it?
Project manager.
Project manager, sorry. So, but AWS AML is completely different. So, what exactly, is having 5 years of experience in business analyst, there are many options are there. You can pursue after getting good years of experience. But why only? Means what sort of noise you were hearing from all around your environment that made you choose that this is what something that I need to do. The rest of the other option can be skipped.
So I was pretty happy with the business analyst position that I was in. But when I started applying for jobs, like looking for other senior positions in other companies, the number of opportunities that were open stayed the same for nearly 2-3 months. Whenever I go to a job portal and I just type in business analyst openings, there were just like the 5 openings or the 10 openings that stayed for nearly 30 days. No new openings were there, and that's when I realized that for me to pursue much further in this type of career is not going to be something that is possible because simply because there were no openings. And I won't say that it's only because of the recession that's happening now. It's not because of that, because I've been looking out for a job for nearly 2 years to trying to change companies, but it's just that there are no openings at all. And but the one industry that I do see openings being updated is the AI ML engineer, and developers in the cloud engineers and everything. So when I open LinkedIn, I always see job openings for these positions more than the business analyst or project managers. So I thought it would be better to somehow get inside this industry because of the sheer number of openings that are available for junior associates engineers. So even if I don't have prior experience, even if the background is a completely different one, I thought it would be better to easily enter this industry at least.
Yeah, it's better to switch in the early stage rather than doing it later and then
Yeah.
facing other issues. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good. So I believe even while working, it's get very comfortable. What we do with the work we have. So was it difficult for you to go out, come out of your comfort zone and switch into a new thing? Was it difficult for you to learn AWS, AI? How was the experience?
Yeah, initially it was completely new environment for me, and I have not been in a classroom setup for nearly 5 6 years, and it was completely different trying to work and also get into the classes structure curriculum and have an everyday plan to have it all mapped out, and everything was difficult. But as I got into that practice of allocating some time for the going through the courses and then spending Saturdays and Sundays with the live sessions, I think it's just the timetable that is required to allocate the time to
So
spend.
free time, feel that is sufficient for, working professional or even student to, pursue such certifications would be enough to, go through the flow and complete certification in right time.
So I joined the course in the month of October, but I've never been able to completely dedicate more than 2 hours at a time. The more push or motivation came when I first booked the certification exam. So initially, my thought was, let me first get prepared. Let me first learn the course curriculum, and then let me book the exam. So because there was no push, I was taking my own time, and I had vacation, December vacation, and we had to travel and everything. So it just kept delaying my progress plans. So I booked the exam first, and then I started preparing. I don't know if that is a right approach, but that gave me a push to get
Sometimes,
prepared as soon as
it's
possible.
easy. It's sometimes required to face the difficulties and get to know the reality. That is very
Yeah.
important sometimes. Yeah. So yeah, I think it is also somewhere important, especially those who are have a gap or haven't been learning something in the recent time. So I think it is good. So
Yeah.
I would like to know that how you came to know about K21. And like I have seen, even many people know that there are abundant of resources available in
Yeah.
the YouTube and other platforms as well. So why not offline platforms where there was some other not
Mm.
offline but the free resources that are there in YouTube. Why only K21? There are many other platforms. What made you choose that?
Yeah. I initially started with the free courses in YouTube, and I was going through that, but I felt that it didn't give the proper basics first. It just dived into the concepts of AI and AWS without the proper basics. So, and that was something I really required because I didn't have a proper background in cloud. I didn't know. I knew what it was, but from a engineer perspective, I didn't. So when I was just going through like normal Google search, like courses in AI, AIML, so all these different links popped up, and when I came across the K21 Academy, I had these testimonials, videos to look at, and uh, everything was what I expected, like how people switched careers, which was exactly the position that I am in. So
There
it
was roadmap
resonated.
available.
Yes. So it closely resonated with my situation. And there was this particular, I forgot the name, but there was this one testimony that I read where this person was in a completely different background, and they made a career switch, and just going through the course, listening to the instructors, he was able to get a job um, just 4 5 months into this program. So those were all really good positive feedback that pushed me towards K21.
Okay. So tell us honestly, like how you felt that how our curriculum was and how it was helpful for you to learn it.
The first place where I started was basics in the cloud computing beginners course. And that was when I took that course, when I was going through that, listening to the recording and going through that course. This was even before I could attend the live sessions.
Hmm.
So I started with that, and just listening to that. By the time I was finished with that beginner course, I had a really good understanding. So even though the number of modules, the number of videos or courses, lab sessions, everything looks really huge and looks a bit overwhelming, to be honest. When you first look at it, you just click that carrot down, 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 and then it goes on and on once you open up that module. But it really works going through that step by step, and it's really interesting how they've organized the course structure, because before you it's like know this first and then read this and then go through this. That particular organization is really good, because that helps beginners like me, people who have already had this experience, or who are just looking for to get a certification done, or already in this industry, might find it redundant. But for me, it is I'm building it from the foundation. So uh,
So it was
it's pretty good.
it was practitioner's course. So of course it was designed for the people who are zero knowledge
Mhm.
of the background of AWS and cloud computing, right?
Yeah.
Great. So how hard and how easy it was for you? Because since although you have told us that you have very little basics of computer science, but was it any helpful to you that you had a background of computer science and that helped you to understand cloud computing or AI in any sort of way?
Yeah. So I was working as a developer in C sharp,
Hmm.
um, like about 6 7 years back, before I made the switch to Canada. Um, and that I think that programming knowledge also helped me to understand how Python works. So that background helped. But even if I didn't have the background, I would say Python is very easy to understand how it works with ML coding. So it did help, but I won't say it is absolutely necessary to have that background.
So if I say that, what advice you will give to people who are already, they're working and are were planning to upskills, how means what sort of skills they should be, why they should be going for AWS, if I ask you, because you have chosen this course, and what difference it has made you after learning this new skills in your life, what sort of change it has made in your job or in your any skills that has it has made any impact on.
So, for a working professional like me who is trying to move forward in their career, or trying
Mm-hmm.
to make a switch in their career, honestly, it's not going to be easy. It's going to be difficult, because trying to balance both work and a new course, a completely new knowledge area, is not easy. So a proper plan, structure, allocating the time, balancing both the work and the course that is happening is essential. And the certification and the resume building sessions are all really helpful to have that first footing to start applying for jobs and everything. So the other advice that the K21 Academy gave me was to start applying for jobs. And I was not for it initially, because I didn't know what AIML was. How could I start applying for jobs? How to modify my resume to match that? So that's when they pointed towards the resume sessions.
Sessions.
Uh, yeah, and those really helped on right from the basics on how to where to place your name, what kind of experience to be written where, to what could be included inside the project areas. And all these labs that are given within the modules are also like case studies that could be added as project works. So even if we don't have that professional experience in AI/ML, these attribute more towards job applying as well, because they cover everything that is done in the real world too.
Yeah. So if I ask, like, what sort of life project you must have done, right? So what kind of project that you have done with us, and that you have added in your resume?
We did in the live sessions that we had with an instructor, we together collectively did a project where an online pizza delivering system,
Okay.
where we developed a chatbot to help the communicate with the user to understand what kind of order they would like to place. So that was a real life example that we did.
How was your
Like
experience to do such sort of thing? You know, I
uh,
think it's quite exciting to do something like that.
yes, yes, especially when we are in a classroom environment and you know that people are all working at the same time with you. You get competitive, and then you try to offer solutions before someone else. And the instructors are also looking for more active participations, right? So trying to come up with solutions and offering the right ones and getting recognitions for those. They're all really motivating factors, and it was really good because so far we had been in a live session listening to what the instructor was telling us, and for me, thinking about going back to those sessions and then thinking about how to apply those in that project was like a real eye opener, because we were literally using it for building the project as well. So those are all really good ones.
Okay. So if I ask, like, since you have mentioned about the classes, so how was the class environment since it was live? So how was your experience? How it was helpful or interactive to you?
Yeah, the class, even before the class started, in our WhatsApp groups, we have staff sharing us what modules need to be looked at even before attending the classes. So having a bit of a background before attending the classes, looking at those modules first before attending the live sessions, helped me ask more questions, because this was something that the instructor is covering, but I also have an idea because I already looked at the module. So as the instructor gives me more information about that, it helps me understand even more and be ready for the questions that I already had when I covered the modules. So live sessions, I think, are the biggest motivating factors for me to finish the modules faster so that I'm equipped to attend the live sessions.
Okay, great. So, if I ask, you were saying you have applied for jobs. So, how it is going? How is your experience now? Has it make any changes? Because earlier you said you had only few openings in your domain earlier in this.
Yes.
So, how much change you have seen now?
There are a lot of openings, but I don't want to exhaust everything in one single go. So I'm taking it slow by applying for one job a day, curating it, personalized to my to the job description that is posted. So it takes quite a lot of time modifying it, even with using the different online tools. It takes quite a bit of time to modify
But
each
also,
resume.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is also a good plan because of course you have to prepare, then you have to apply, and you are
Yes.
still working. So yeah, that is
Yeah.
quite understandable. Great. So last, I have two last questions. So if I
Yeah.
ask, like, means if you have to describe AWS in 3 words, or what would it would be, or in a short sentence, what you would say that how AWS and AI made in today's world.
AWS is very interesting technology that I wish I was in college currently learning it. So instead of having to work and then learn it. I want to dedicate my time completely in understanding and learning it. So I wish I was in college now,
Yeah.
doing my bachelor's now instead of having done it 8 years back.
So you have this, regret that it might have came before, or you might have joined, you might have
I should have joined lot
back.
way earlier than
Yeah.
now. That's
So,
the only regret I have.
so if you mind, I can I have planned some rapid questions. So if you mind,
Okay.
I just quickly ask you. Just give me a minute.
Okay.
Do you think that AI can take over human job, or it can it is a very something that humans should be worried about? What do you think about it?
To an extent, it might, but not completely. It can. I don't think it can completely take over anything.
Mm.
Human intervention is always required. So, quoting one of my instructor's words, AI is like a baby that needs to be fed information from humans. So, it is a bit
It always
dependent on
requires.
humans.
Yeah,
Yeah.
great. I think it is great way to explain. Heads off to that instructor, whoever
Yeah.
told you. So, if I ask, like, do you think that AIML or AWS is something that is only a big company uses, and some small scale company or startups does not use these tools in their day to day life or in their business? What would you say? What do you have idea about it?
Actually, I have a the company that I'm currently working with is like a really old company, like 100-year-old company. So they have very rigid practices, performances, like processes that moving away from that really disturbs a lot of people because they've been there are employees who are working for nearly 40 years in the company. So when I look at organizations like that, many processes could be simplified or uh, better
It
managed
can be used.
efficiently using AI. But we still have to have the people perspective to be open for those sort of changes. But eventually, we are moving towards that. But in areas where, like the company that I'm currently working in, organizations like that, they need to be more open for these sort of solutions.
Do you think that company who are like not that old, but they are very you know open to accepting these tools in their work environment? Do you think that it is there in the big and short company, small companies, they are very open and they are working to accept whatever the trends are going on? Do you think this is
Yes, I feel the startups or small scale companies are more open than the older ones. Yeah.
no, okay? Okay. So if I ask you, it's a fun question, but still, it's my last question to you. That if I
Okay.
ask, if I have to describe, AIML to a fictional, character from a movie, what would it be? You can take it from, Marvel or DC comic as well.
I'd say it's Doctor Strange
Okay.
because he plays with time, right? So AI is like it's taking us back and taking us forward, sort of. That's how I see it. A couple of decades worth of time we are skipping and moving towards the future. Couple of decades worth of technology we are advancing. So it's moving us towards the future more closer, like a technology advanced future, more closer like that. I feel.
I was not expecting, such a great answer. I felt that you will be just giving me just a character and that would be enough. But what you described is very raw and it's very encouraging to the people who will be coming to it. So okay, before we wind up, I just have another question, that how you feel that you are now certified with AIWS, sorry, AWS and AI tool. What
It's
change has made in your personality and confidence?
yeah, that's what I was about to say. It feeds my confidence because when I am with my peers in the live sessions, each of them is at a different level. Some of them are already working in as a ML engineer in different companies. So when they pose certain questions, there was a time when I felt, what are they even talking about? How come I didn't know any of this, even after reading the modules and everything? So all these small achievements, small wins with the certification is helping me gain confidence in making this switch. So certification was that boost that I needed.
Yeah, now you don't feel that you are odd one out in your group, and now you are able to be a part of all the.
Yeah. Yes, yes.
Okay. So thank you so much, Avantika. It was
Thank
great
you.
having you, and I think it's more than 20-25 minutes we have been conversing. So
Yes.
it was great. I hope you land a job, and we have another video
Thank you.
that
Yes.
you will be telling us your experience, that how you are working in your future company, and how much impact and everything it has made in your personal as well as professional life. So thank you so
Yeah,
much,
I hope so.
and
Thank you.
yeah, all the best for your job search and job hunt, I would say. And thank you so much again, and that is all from my end. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for accommodating the time change as well. Thank
Yeah,
you.
it is anything for the people who are part of our community. Okay,
Thank
thank
you. Thank you. Have a
Bye.
good night.
Yeah, good
Take
night.
care.
Bye.
Bye.
So, guys, this was the video of Avantika, who was a part of our certification program, and who is currently planning to get a job. I hope this video helps you, inspires you to step forward and get you in the certification and the career you are planning for. And if you have any doubt, if you require any guidance, you can reach out to us. Thank you so much.